Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, September 14, 2023. With an almost five-fold increase in suspected and confirmed cases of dengue fever, the Ministry of Health and Wellness has ramped up measures to prevent an outbreak of the mosquito-borne disease. The ministry is reporting that as of Monday, September 11, there are 316 suspected, presumed, and confirmed dengue cases. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton gave the update during a press conference at his New Kingston offices on Wednesday.
For us, it represents a concern, clearly not a panic, but a concern, because it is almost 5 times or a five-fold increase when compared to the corresponding period in 2022, where 65 cases were reported.
All parishes have had dengue reported, and 39 confirmed cases have been detected in 6 of them. Of these, 38 were identified as dengue serotype 2 and 1 as dengue serotype 4. Minister Tufton says type 2 has not predominated in the population since 2010, and this is a significant development because it heightens the risk of a possible outbreak. He's also urging parents to be extra cautious, as most of the confirmed cases, 20 of the 39, are among children aged 5 to 14 years.
In this instance, because of the long period since we have identified the strain 2, the likelihood, particularly of the younger population, being at a higher risk is greater. And so part of the call from the Ministry of Health and Wellness is to encourage parents to treat children who have a fever with paracetamol, and to avoid aspirin and aspirin-like medications such as ibuprofen.
Jamaica's last dengue outbreak was in 2019, and the ministry has enhanced its vector control program to try and prevent another. Additional funding of $200 million has been provided by the National Health Fund to support activities like drain cleaning in areas where the vector index is highest. The local government ministry will also be making an allocation to the municipal authorities for similar work. The inspection of schools for mosquito breeding sites, which started over the summer, will continue through to the end of this month. Additionally, 500 temporary vector control workers have been engaged, and 60 vector vehicles are available across the country to facilitate intensified activities. The health minister also assures that there is adequate stock of insecticides in case of an outbreak, and replacement supplies are being procured. Fogging has intensified, with activities extended to 7 days per week. Importantly, persons are being urged to regularly search their homes and workspaces to find and destroy mosquito breeding sites. Ground is to be broken shortly for the development of a water treatment plant in Content, St. Catherine. The $77 million contract was signed last November for the project, which will provide more than 15 million gallons of water daily to St. Catherine and Kingston and St. Andrew. Approximately 150,000 customers of the National Water Commission are expected to benefit from the system. Minister with responsibility for water, Senator Matthew Samuda, says this will reduce the impact of water shortages in periods of low rainfall.
We expect that development to take no more than 2 years. The projections are between 18 months and 2 years. So the investment is being made where this doesn't become the permanent discussion.
Minister Samuda was speaking yesterday at the weekly post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House. He says the water systems that supply the eastern section of the country are most affected by the meteorological drought that continues to impact the island. According to the NWC's data, the alluvial wells in Kingston and St. Andrew are keeping pace, but the Seaview water treatment plant is only providing 2 million gallons daily of its usual 2.6 million gallons. As for the Constant Spring water treatment plant, the daily distribution has fallen to 5.5 million gallons from the normal 18 million. There is also a significant decline in the daily output for the Mona system, which is now delivering 7.8 million of the usual 16 million gallons. And the Hope water treatment plant is pushing out a little over 1 million gallons less than the normal 4.5 million gallons daily. On a more positive note, Minister Samuda says there has been an increase in transfers from the Rio Cobre to 6 million gallons to offset some of the reductions.
So for those who are experiencing significant and very stressful impact of water lockoffs, We want them to understand that this is what the reduction in rainfall has caused.
Jamaica is set to welcome more flights from Canada with a new twice-weekly service from Canada Jetlines starting this November. The service is set to start on November 5 with flights on Saturday and Sunday between Toronto and Montego Bay. Director of Sales and Business Development at Canada Jetlines, Sanjay Kapalkar, says the airline is excited about the partnership and plans to increase the number of weekly flights.
Starting with 2 flights a week, increasing to 3 flights a week by winter, and depending on how we progress and getting the new aircraft which are lined up as well for the first quarter of 2024, we will definitely look at flying at least 5 times a week into Jamaica.
Mr. Kapalkar made the announcement during a media breakfast meeting at the JPEX conference on Tuesday. He added that for the future, Canada Jetlines would consider expanding services to Kingston. In response, Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett says this development from Jamaica's second largest source market for tourists will help the ministry reach its goal of 5 million visitors within the next 5 years. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, has partnered with the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF, for the beautification of a section of downtown Kingston. The TEF is to fund the beautification of Church Street in the vicinity of the council building. Mayor of Kingston, Delroy Williams, says the Church Street beautification project is part of the transformation and re-imaging of the city. The project will include the planting of trees between Barry Street and Port Royal Street.
Which also includes the bricking of the roadway from Barry Street to Port Royal Street, and also muralizing sections of it, and also I believe the installation of flag poles along the stretch. We believe that ties in well with the space that we refer to as Culture Key, which has been becoming very active over the last year or so.
The mayor says he's excited about the creative art walks being done. He's encouraging other groups to determine what other activities can be done within the space. And finally, the Ministry of Education has announced that Grade 5 PEP mock exams have been marked and the results will be released soon. The Grade 3 diagnostic test results will also be posted soon, and these will be seen on the National Student Registration System, NSRS. Portfolio Minister Favour Williams made the announcement during Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing. She also reported that the ministry had seen an improvement in the delivery of guidance and counseling services in 156 schools. This, she promised, would continue in the new school year.
We want to bolster our efforts to support the socioeconomic development of our students and their families.
And that's it for JIS News Today. Thanks for watching. I'm Theodore Henry.